Damn, okay. I've been out the way and the cut, it's been a minute. Working on her album, not finished. Last time I saw her, she was fucking with my nigga.
What's up and welcome back to a brand new video. We are on the way to the archipelago, which is a nice area outside of Stockholm. I'm just gonna be here for a day with some relaxing, do a little bit of work. I've spent this whole last week working quite a bit on a bunch of random things, and my days lately have been quite a bunch of meetings. And meetings is one of those things, is if you keep it in a short, like if you keep them as compact as possible, if you aim to do 30 minutes instead of an hour, if you aim to do 2 meetings instead of 4, those are the things that in the long term are going to add up so much in regards to like how you're spending valuable time. And I think in the last week or so, maybe it's been a little too many meetings in the evenings that take a lot of time and take time away from working, but it's not a permanent thing, so it's going to be okay. We are going to try some film photography. I have bought some film, so we're going to try to catch some vibes on camera, which is going to be fun. And we're also going to do some video editing. Maybe I'll show you a little bit behind the scenes of how I edit the videos, how I do the color grading, etc. And just take it from there. One thing that's interesting is that I saw there was this one comment where it was like, it was someone asking, I don't remember exactly what it was on Instagram, and it was someone asking, do you actually do all of these things when you're like making all these videos? Like, what's the point of making videos if you're running actual businesses? And the thing is, like, I'm not selling you anything. I'm using mainstream songs in these YouTube videos that are getting like 400 views. So I'm not making any money from the videos. Like, I do this just because I think it's fun, and I do it because I think it's nice, and I do it just because I want to be able to document this for my future, for anyone else's future, or anyone else who needs a little bit of like motivation, or just, you know, being able to see what the actual day-to-day is like in these types of things. So I'm definitely running out of Brisbane. I'm definitely building apps for real, and I'm definitely doing this just because I think it's fun and nice. So nothing more to it. But now we're gonna head out there. We're almost there, and we're gonna have a nice afternoon and then a nice evening with some work, some chill, some balance, they call it.
So the question is, what would Pluto do for the hoe? So I did it. What would Pluto do for the hoe? So I did it. What would Pluto do? He definitely fucking on his hoe.
Alright, so we are a couple of hours later in, and now it's 7 o'clock, 6:47, and we have one final to do for today, and then we're gonna call it a day for this Saturday, and we're gonna continue this tomorrow. One of the things I have to do is I have to now make a payment for the shipping for all of the bags that we have. So when you order something from Alibaba, typically the process goes that you make the order, you make a couple of samples, and then after you've done the samples, you decide on, this is the product I want to go with. So then you have to make a down payment. Down payment is, I think, typically between 20 and 40% of the total product value. So if you're spending, in our case, then we're spending $8,000. So I think we had to send $2,500 to begin with. But now the last part that you always do is after the production is done, you have to pay for shipping. And shipping is typically, right now it turns out to be $2,200, and that's going to be railway shipping, which takes around 50 days or so. And this shipping is always DDP. So if you're shipping stuff from China, and especially if it's of high commercial value, make sure that you're paying for DDP shipping. That just means delivery duties paid, and that you will not get a shock when it comes into the customs of your country that they say, okay, you know, this much money for fees or whatever. So you pay like quite a high upfront cost, it seems like, but that's all you pay. So this $2,200 that we pay now is going to be the final payment for this, and we're not going to have to pay any more in regards to this batch, and we're ready to start selling it. So we're gonna go ahead with that. But I've heard nightmare stories of people like they pay $600 for shipping, and then it comes to their country, and then all of a sudden you have to pay, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars on import duties. So now we're going to sign this with the classic Swedish bank ID, which is a great feature that we have here in Sweden, is that you can handle all these things digitally. So as you'll see, it'll come up. Is this stuff I can show? Yeah, this is sensitive. It'll come up like so, and it will say This is a large amount. You want to sign this? This turns out to be 21,442 Swedish crowns. I'll sign it. Boom, and that will process in the computer straight away. So now we have paid for the shipping, and they will ship it out on Monday, and then we should start that waiting process. Now we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna cook some dinner. We're gonna just chill for the rest of the evening, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Nigga that got spoiled off these fucking PJs.
After a morning of some coding and some other stuff, it's time to eat some lunch. Today we're having some Beijing dumplings, which a fun fact is that I actually grew up in China, so this feels right at home eating this stuff. I just realized that this pot was too warm. In the afternoon we're going to be doing a little bit of accounting, and accounting is something that you have to do continuously for all of the businesses. For one of the businesses that I run, I have an accountant who does the stuff, but for two of them I need to do it three of them I need to do it myself. So for two of them we're going to be doing it this afternoon, and it's not difficult. You just need some automated software of some kind. I use Fort Knox. You can use QuickBooks, you can use whatever. I have actually just now this morning dropped a course, and this is not one of those like Shopify bro, find a supplier, make a dropship store. It's nothing like that. This is like legit stuff that I have actually done, that I'm sharing on this school platform. Maybe if I'm editing, I put that there. Maybe not, otherwise just find it down below. So we're gonna make some lunch, and then we're gonna get to accounting and admin and all that kind of stuff in the afternoon. And maybe in the evening we'll do a little bit more coding, but we'll see where the day takes us. Now, here's an example of accounting. So I'm using this system called Fort Knox, which is a Swedish, I guess if you're in the US, this will be QuickBooks or something like that. But what you get here is I have this very nice bank integration with Fort Knox. And that means that all of the transactions which come up to the bank are also shown and reflected here inside of this ERP system. And what I can then do is I can go through all of these transactions that haven't been accounted for, and I can account for them. And when you do accounting, there are a couple of things which you need to consider. First of all, you need to have some type of underlying, not evidence, but like some supporting document. So that can be an invoice, that can be a order confirmation or something like that that you can connect to the verification that you're making. Second of all, you need to make sure that you have your account set up right. So I'm not sure exactly how it works around the world, but it's pretty similar. So in Sweden, for example, there's 1930, that's the bank account. So you'd add to the bank account if you get a payment, and then you deduct from another account, for example, marketing expenses, which is 5410 in Sweden. And you make sure that those two match and that they work together. And when they balance, that's when you've accounted a transaction fully. So it's just going through. As you can see, we have a couple of transactions to go through. I try to do this every month or so, just to account for all those transactions. And now we have some stuff that's about searching for a trademark. We have some payments to the supplier. We have some shipping. We have some Google Ads costs. We have some Shopify costs, etc. So it's just about going through these and making sure that these expenses are all accounted for. And then what's nice about this software, Fort Knox, is that you can then in the future take all of this and you can very easily translate this into various reports that you send to the tax authorities, to the yearly reporting, etc. So I automate it and makes it very quick to use a software like this.
No lie, God is good for real.
Oh, you did?
Just
What did you
sitting
think?
and asking myself, the fuck was I even doing here?
Boom, the day is coming to an end. So I have spent the last couple of hours now doing the final bookkeeping for my other company. So my structure, I've gone over this in another video, you can go back and find if you want to. But the structure I have is currently I have one holding company that is called Nordic Social Media AB. From there I own part of VenturePass BV, which is the Dutch company. I own part of Arbster Technologies AB, and through Arbster Technologies AB I own the Palmu bags. And then there's also some other little connection to another company that we won't go into detail with, but it's insignificant. So those are the things I have to do accounting for and I have to keep track of. So now I have done Arbster Technologies. I did that during the day. You saw that when we were in the archipelago. In the last hour or so, I've been doing it for Nordic Social Media, so now we're all up to date. And then I had a call with my old friend who's now my consultant, or he's very good at like branding, personal branding, social media and stuff like that. So I've actually taken him on board to help me build my personal brand a little bit and make this a little bit more focused. so that I can provide more value to everyone who's watching, and so that we can work towards building a social crowd-funded agency in the future, which will be quite fun. It's not a pyramid scheme, it's nothing like that. It's a fun, genuine product that I think is going to be good for the future. Accounting. If you're interested in accounting, I actually have a course on how to start a business. It's completely free. All you have to do to join it is join my community, and what I get out of it, to be completely transparent, is absolutely nothing. I just get to have another person in my community, which I will be able to expose to all my other brands and all my other businesses. I'm not selling, I'm not charging for nothing. So that's quite fun. If you want to join that, the link will be down below. I'm now going to take the last hour or so on Sunday, and I'm going to, let me show you, hop over to my Notion here. So Notion is what I use to structure my weeks. Maybe I'll make a more detailed plan like this. I have a template that I call the Operator OS, so we can go to the homepage, we can see the tasks that we have, etc. That's also a free template that I have built. So if anyone's looking for a free Notion template, the link's also down below, hermanpalmgren.com, and you can get that one. But that's going to be it for this weekend's vlog. It was quite a relaxing one, but also quite a decently productive one. And we're gonna hop into another week now. I'm feeling my throat is starting to get a little bit sore, so hopefully that doesn't turn into anything. But we're gonna grind anyways. But we're gonna call it an end there to the video. So thank you so much for watching. If you like these ones, then feel free to subscribe. It's completely free of charge. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.